have I moved you?
I see a big black square, and then at the very top, there's a revealed portion. Oh. Now I see the room we're in.
Yep. See a room, and then okay. Okie dokie. So, when last we left off, the current date is Yulsin, the 12th of Quin Pilar. So like November-ish. In our last game, you started out at the watchtower. You found a bunch of notes seemingly left behind for the conspirators that attacked Barothra. It spoke on how corrupting the young was working, but it was time for a show of force and a grand spectacle to be called before the winter, so the Jezzeraz will need to hunker down. Also found a hidden pack with some poison, healing potion, 3 magical prosthetic eyes. You bedded down for the evening under the warm dome until Carrick suddenly ended up in the middle of a blizzard for a minute, until he was suddenly back in the tower with a skeptical Christopher, wondered where his warm tent went, and then you all awoke and continued. You got to the Gorge of Faces about midday. You made it there. You decided to send one horse with illusory Carrick down the middle, while the rest of you headed up to one side. Christopher heard a rumble, and soon you were in the middle of an elk stampede. Shortly after, you saw a giant blue lizard come chasing the elk. Carrick and Christopher were barely able to hang on to one of the faces after falling. They were, however, blasted by the lizard's frozen breath as Thel lowered a rope. Surviving the return stampede as the lizard's kid arrived, you all snuck your way out, Carrick leaving a wall of fire as you assumed you were seen. With only a few horses left and a scared donkey, you ran for the rest of the day. Thinking yourself safe, you all bed down for the night, staying up with watches to make sure no salamanders hunted you in your sleep. And then you awoke the next day and headed north to find the Forge Trials entrance. You decided to camp as it was getting late, and you were told the trials ahead were deadly. Taking watch, Thel saw the salamander a ways away, bedding down. Christopher caught Carrick disappearing from existence and returning with a face full of snow again. Before heading off in the morning, Christopher summoned an elk out of his animal bag and sent it off with your remaining moose, to the delight of everyone, in hopes of distracting the salamander. You headed down into your first trial, the maze. Along the walls, you saw murals of gods fighting great battles until you reached an intersection and were surrounded by a magic fog. Reading a plaque saying "Prove your will," you started left. Reaching a dead end, you found a lamp that, when held by Thel, produced a blue flame, which in turn gave instructions on how to traverse the maze. The maze went pretty good after you figured out the map and the illusory invisible walls, until you came to a cave-in. Monsters started pouring out of the tunnels, and monsters started pouring out of tunnels you saw throughout the maze. A chase started, acid was spit, and many weird arachnid-looking beasts were slain until you ended up at the end of the maze and in the entry of the forge proper. As you closed the door behind you, you saw a midday image of the area you entered the maze from behind you. And then you approached a wall of text on a plaque that read, pick the blooms, gather your materials, prove your worth to the guardians, feed the forge, and inscribe your strength. Take what time you need to prepare. Your trial begins. And as you read those words, you were split up by walls of crackling force. Thel and Felix to the left, Christopher and Carrick to the right. And let's see. Okay, Thel, as you enter this room and have read those, your gauntlets are now silent. In fact, they try to fall off your wrist at times. Your strength is now 19, and you can no longer punch through doors. Oh. That is the one change. These things that have kind of been locked on your wrists are suddenly dormant. So.
font on our stat numbers looks different. Thanks, Roll20.
Yeah, do you guys see all the new sidebar? Or do things look the same?
I saw Tip's thing and I did not see.
Yeah, so like they did a redesign of the whole sidebar. Instead of a little floating thing, it's just a locked black bar on the left-hand side. It's much better than it was. But
mine's the same, but there was a pop-up when I first logged in that was like, do you want a tour? And I was like, no. So maybe it...
No exclamation point.
Yeah, it's something you have to opt into. So
Oh, okay.
I think if you like go to settings, there might be a UI redesign toggle.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
that's exactly what it is. Yep.
All right, I'm doing it. Ooh, that is different.
I think it doesn't matter as much for you. It's much better, mainly because it allows you to see what layer you're on much more easily, because apparently it's not just me. The number one complaint that people have from Roll20 is I don't know what layer I'm on, and I mess things up.
The roller, the basic roller has more options.
Yeah, they do.
Instead of having to go to the advanced roller every time, you can do...
What is fudge?
Fudge would be...
Doing it.
Kind of like chocolate.
No,
But
it would be like I don't know why you would have the fudging a roll. For me would be like I roll an 18 and I know like if it was one less it wouldn't hit you, so I'll fudge the roll to make it so it doesn't hit or does hit. I don't exactly.
Yeah, that's
like that. It's going to decide if you do or don't fudge the roll.
That's interesting. Defudge.
Yes, a DF. Which looks like it's just a 0, a +1, or a -1. So it's just for you to make those things that are like right on the edge of either side. So, anyways. Well, there's that. Yeah, so you guys are split by these like mostly invisible, but kind of like you can see like little crackles of lightning or that. To your right and left, there are doors on either side. That kind of you can start going through. However, as the plaque said, this is probably, Final Fantasy save before going down into the last place to kind of take a rest. You all have had all this gone through the maze and are looking a little rough, but it's up to you if you want to forge ahead or take some time and rest.
I mean, the sign said it was okay, so we probably can rest.
Yeah, you would notice though that wall of force just divides just the center, so you can walk out of the exit if you wanted to. You just wouldn't be able to cross over between. So there's also that option of just leaving back to the entry of the maze.
The entry is closed off, or are we worried about stuff coming behind us?
I make a intelligence check. Yeah, you don't even see a door there. You just see a portal, so you have no clue if something's going to jump through that portal at you or what. But yeah, if you guys are going to take like an hour, just kind of bed down and rest up, you can go ahead and do that. Use your hit dice to restore things. But you can do these things. Short rest. Short rest. Uh-oh, did my macro freeze everything? Oh, there it is. So you don't even have that shield anymore, Christopher. I like that it gives the green, but even if you like rolled 3 of them, it's like one of these was the best it could be,
Exactly the same, but a red.
but red. So yeah, just add that amount to your current HP, or you can use more if you want as well. So, because I think you all have 8. Okay, everyone's pretty much healed up. Did you recover any spell slots, Carrot?
Like using the arcane recovery.
Yeah. You can use it to restore up to 4 levels. I don't know. I don't remember.
Not too bad. Let me see. 2. I might as well. Yeah, I'll recover a 1 level 2 and 1 level 1.
Okay. So yeah, you could restore 1 more level 1 if you need to, but
that puts me at max.
Okay. Well, good. Well, everyone's essentially maxed out then. So, which team wants to go first? Team left and team right.
We do like a rope little pulley system where it's like a little 1 pull for 1 for good, 2 for pull me back. Or is that gonna work?
I mean, there's a wall of force that you can't put anything through. So, I was gonna say, so yeah, essentially you guys are split right down the middle. Oh, this. There's a wall going straight down the center right now.
Right.
So, I would say you do have your earrings that could possibly communicate with each other, but other than that, you guys are kind of split off unless you want to try to do something to this wall.
I tell Felix to tell Bell to punch it.
Yeah, does he know that his things don't work?
He feels a little bit weaker, and notices that these gauntlets are now like almost a little big and don't quite fit right. So he can punch it though if he wants. And you guys can hear each other through the wall. It's just a wall that's, it's just a wall. You guys haven't really done anything to know what it is, but you've heard each other talking. So
I'm gonna punch it.
okay.
Yeah, let's punch it. Punch it.
Okay, Christopher punches it. Make a Constitution saving throw. You take 3 points of thunder damage as you punch it and are immediately knocked on your ass, and a loud rumble of thunder happens around you, and the wall doesn't move. So take your 3 damage, and you can stand up now, but infer from that.
Tell Felix to tell Sal to not punch it.
Bell, don't punch the door.
Are you doing this through your earring? You guys can just punch each other. Okay, but anyways, yeah, can you guys see the actual door marker?
I think so.
Are there the little things and you can click them and say open?
Oh.
Well, you can click them, but you can't say open.
Oh.
I can't open. Oh, now I can.
I just open the other side.
Oh.
Here.
I'm going to try to open the door.
It's interesting. Can't open it. There, the door's open.
We're going in the door.
Okay, who wants to go first? Or we'll go this. so you guys both, kind of agree to split up. Are there any plans you want to do for like communication or things like that? Or are you just gonna like nod and split up?
Try and stick with the earring.
Yeah, so whenever something happens, communicate via the earring. If who knows. Yeah, so you guys both groups start going into these doors on the right and left, and you start walking. We'll start with the people on the right. You start walking down flights of stairs in this like kind of zigzagging downward motion that all it's well lit and has inscriptions of Cord's triumph throughout the years. And at the end, you come to. I don't know if you guys can actually move through here. I'm gonna have to move you because I drew this map bad. End up here. Close that door. You guys end up at a door that the one thing you can notice is that it is radiating heat off of it.
The door itself is?
The door itself is hot. So and then the people on the left, you continue down. You guys can actually move yourself down this way. But you have pretty much the exact same thing where it's going down stairs on the sides of these well-lit halls are all depictions of the triumphs of Bahamut. So, and you guys will also move yourselves until you get there. Come to a large iron door that this one you would notice is not hot. So we'll start with that. As you enter and open the door, what you see is I guess you guys open and enter the room, or do you do anything at the door?
You're talking to me and Christopher?
I was talking to Thel and Felix, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I pushed the door open.
Okay, go ahead and open the door, and you are immediately in a large circular, this is square, room with a giant set of scales in the center. The walls on either side are partitioned into 3 sections. Against the right side stand 2 golems of stone holding hammers and pickaxes. Before the scales is a plaque.
Does the plaque say anything?
Yeah, so reading the plaque quickly says, while the scales of justice should always be balanced, sometimes they must be tipped. And as you read that plaque, peal of thunder rings out and the golems begin to animate and begin mining on their side, chipping away at these sections of walls that have you'd have to investigate them to see, but these golems each move over and begin mining their respective things. What do you guys do? You do notice that there is mining equipment sits against the left wall.
I'm gonna start mining the opposite wall.
Okay. As you get it closer, you notice that there is a platinum, or there is a wall, like the 3 partitions kind of have veins of 3 different, what you assume are precious metals. One is a platinum color, one's a gold color, one is a copper color. Which one do you want to do?
Seeing as Good question. Do we go with the same that the golems are doing, or do we go with the copper that they're not doing?
As you finish this, or as you are thinking this, the golems have gone and put their first load onto the scales, and it has immediately tipped in their direction. I need to roll things for them.
Then why don't we try to match what they're doing?
Oh, and I would say at this point, both golems at this point are working on both the platinum. The load that they did was just purely the platinum wall.
Okay.
Okay. I have to write these things down because this is a lot of math I'm going to have to do.
Okay. I'm going to start mining the platinum.
Okay, roll a strength roll. But however, I will say just you guys have the option to buff yourselves before each roll. You and can be creative and not have to roll strength, but the base of this challenge is you're rolling strength checks against the different metals to see how much you mine out of it.
Yeah, I don't know if I have. Remind me, what does the elkhorn powder do again? I don't know that I have anything that's going to be helpful to me.
The elkhorn powder was for cooking.
Okay, I couldn't remember. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll just.
I think it cures a level of exhaustion if you use it. There you go.
Can I? Did I hear this through the? Can I play him a little tune through the earring? A bardic inspiration. Do a little podcast, like little jams.
Pod jams.
Redcon, would you have signaled to them about what you were doing, or would you go just straight to it? I would say that makes sense, maybe, but they didn't have to reach out to you for this, so maybe not round. But
yeah, I think I'm just gonna start. We'll see how this one goes, and if it goes poorly, I'm gonna tell them what. Because I don't think that's very fair for us to just be like, oh yeah, we absolutely told them when we didn't.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's see. Strength. Maybe we'll get lucky. Or oh boy. Very cool.
You pick you first pick up the pickaxe that's next to that wall, and you go like, "Oh shit, this is heavy," and just kind of half swing it and hit the wall. Okay. And Thel, what do you do? Do you do anything?
Remind me of the inscription again.
The inscription set just says while the scales of justice should always be balanced, sometimes they must be tipped. I will say, so you don't think too much on it. That is just flavor for this challenge. There is no hidden anything in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Lord,
I guess
dude.
yeah. Seeing that, I guess I'll hit the platinum just because Felix kind of whiffed. So I'm like, oh
Okay.
shit, we need some platinum.
Okay. I will. Okay, go ahead.
Just a straight. Do I roll straight strength, or what do you want me to roll?
Yeah, you just roll a straight strength check, unless you can think of something more creative to do. But I'll tell you what, guys, the golem rolled real bad.
I'm just gonna. I don't have any other creative ideas yet. Oof. Okay. Nice.
Oh lordy, guys! You both.
It's hard, isn't it?
Not that's how that's how random number generators work, but it was almost a 16 on the animation, whatever that was.
Okay. Yeah, so you come up and you pick up the hammer that's next to it, and then as you hit this hammer, you just happen to pick like the dry rotted one. So as it hits, it's just like ping, 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 ping. Okay, so that ends round 1. What is either of yours intelligences?
I have a 17 or +3.
Okay,
Mine's
you
a 10.
Roll an intelligence check, Felix. Very low DC because you're smart. Okay, just going to platinum and looking at this and seeing the golem who don't they get a huge chunk of anything and just set it down, but it's enough to tip it. You would know that that copper is lighter than gold, which is lighter than platinum. So you would put together probably that it might be easier to get other metals, but it'll take more. But it'll take more. So kind of your classic problem, or I don't know. It's a very common problem-solving thing. But so as you don't get anything out, these golems put their like chunk of platinum on there. They go back and are now split between the platinum and the copper. And they begin using their tools against it.
Can I sneak and grab some of theirs and put it on our side?
Yeah, make a. So that is what you're doing instead of hitting anything.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Make a stealth. I'll just say make a sleight of hand check. Okay. You are able to take some of theirs. With that, you get probably like almost a bit more than half of their stuff. Or I guess no, I should probably roll a perception for these stone golems. I'll do it at disadvantage because they're working. Yeah, they do not notice you. So and okay. What do you do, Thel?
I'm just gonna hit some platinum some more.
You're gonna continue with the platinum?
Okay, knowing I wasn't gonna be sneaky, I was gonna suggest something, but Felix is already of the same wavelength, so.
In the meantime, can I communicate to them what we're doing, or what we're up against, if you will?
Yeah, you can kind of.
Oh my God.
Just kind of retconning that, say like, hey, once you get to like whatever the next room is, let's keep in touch about that. And you think about that and relay this information. What do you say to him?
I just let him know. I say we are chipping away at some walls, trying to match the scales, whatever that means.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you hear that, Christopher. I will give you in this instance, you can choose to help if you want to inspire them. You can inspire Felix with some smooth jazz.
I hear some scales, and I'm going to play him some scales. Yeah.
Okay. Play some scales. So
I'm just going to completely misinterpret it. Like, okay, scales. So I'm just going to start practicing some scales.
Yeah. So you get these scales coming through your earring, Felix. So on whatever your next roll is, you'll have a D4. And they'll try to hit the platinum again, but it's just like on the edge of you're not able to quite chip out enough or hit it hard enough. Like you're getting the rocks around it, but the metal itself is not coming out in any of those rocks. Okay, round 3 happens. As round 3 starts, both of the golems start working on the gold. What do you guys do?
How much of the Okay, sorry. How much of the
Theirs is
platinum do we
still
have
down
versus?
up. It is not. It is. Theirs is still heavier than yours, but just
Okay.
eyeballing it, you probably think you're pretty close to theirs.
I'm gonna try and hit the gold now.
Okay. You're gonna try and steal the rest of theirs.
Well, let's see how the hitting the gold works.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, then probably go with that again.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and hit the gold. And what about you, Thel?
I'm a little stubborn, also a little frustrated, and I just want to prove a point against this wall of platinum, this inanimate object that I.
Bless you.
Excuse me. But I do take a deep breath. I put my hand on my chest plate of my Bahamut and stone and inscription, and then refocus. And this is gonna be better.
Okay. Roll your strength checks.
Better. Not great.
Right.
And then Felix, roll your strength check.
I'm not even gonna use the inspiration on this. Oh.
Okay. This is astounding.
This
So
is really hard, isn't it?
yeah, you guys don't get anything. Again, you're just like right on the edge. Like you see this chunk, Thel, that you're almost like too hyper focused on. Like you centered yourself, but then you saw this chunk that you're like, that's a big ass chunk. I'm gonna get it out. It's just too big to quite get out. And Felix, you're just helpless. Just you run over there and just once again like pick up the pickaxe. And you're like, oh shit, and swing at it and doesn't. So they failed on everything except for one as well, and they beat you by 1 point. And as the scales are just about even, another thunderclap happens, and like kind of like a little ball of electricity sits over the right hand side as the two platters tip at scale and are back to even. And then golems stop and return and wait for another round to begin. What you do notice is on the plaque now there's like kind of a glowing button to say start round 2, so to speak. So you guys can stop and pause for a second. Oh, okay, you're good. Okay, so that's the end of your round. So we'll switch over to the other people as you guys kind of contemplate other things you may be able to do, or that. The other two of you come, and you are at a very hot door.
I'm gonna poke it with my mace.
Okay.
Kind of
it's doing its like normal thing, and like kind of like you see like the wispy heat trying to get drawn into it, but yeah, just tunk 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 tunk. So
I can't. It's not opening at all.
No, there's a latch on it. You would have to open a latch. So,
but with my mace, try and like open it just with that.
Okay, make a dexterity check to see how accurate you can be on hitting this little handle with your big axe.
Like a little.
You completely miss. You completely miss. In fact, Carrick, make a dexterity saving throw. yeah, you jump out of the way, and now we're standing next to the door. This is probably like a hot door to stop people.
Can I do like what do I have prepared? Sorry, a little out of it. Don't I have like a thought I had like a detect magic. Oh, but it's ritual. That's what it is. Can I do a ritual detect magic on the door?
Yeah, you sit here for 10 minutes and just wait. Yeah, there's nothing magical about this door. It's just hot.
Just hot. Okay.
Like you can feel the heat on it.
I'm gonna use Ray of Frost on the door.
Okay. The door is now cooler. Some steam rises off of it, but you have definitely cooled the door.
I try to open the door.
The door opens. And as you open the door, you're hit with a blast of heat. And each of you take 3 points of damage as this heat immediately hits you and like almost singes off your, like, the unexpectedness of this blast of heat just like catches in your lungs and almost burns them. But upon entering, you see, I probably have to move you because of this. You see a giant cavern, and quickly surveying the area, a platform extending out about 10-15 feet ahead of you has a sheer drop that goes down about 50 feet. Across the pit, you can see another platform and a door about, what is that, like 5-10, we can measure about 45 feet away. And then to looking up ahead, you see about 80 feet up is another ledge jutting about 10, 15 feet off. Across the pit, you do see a bunch of discs hanging from the ceiling. Some are tethered to the floor, other are free hanging, and leading up to the discs seem to get smaller and smaller until you do just see some straight up dangling chains up on the top, or as you get closer to that area. So yeah, what do you guys do? You do notice that the heat in here is nearly unbearable, and that like spending, you would probably quickly surmise that spending too much time in here could be detrimental to your health.
You said the other platform was 50 feet away?
So the kind of this one up here, this one up here is about 45 feet away. This one is about 80 feet up, and however far away that is. So it's kind of like inclined, and these discs are all at different levels. It's kind of like inclining up there. There's also a bunch of chains down to the lower part where it gets to, you know, kind of a another higher up platform you can't quite see. And yeah, there's that. What are you guys gonna do? And just to, you know, kind of to remind you of the plaque that said out front, it was about gathering your materials, picking the blooms, and defeating the Forge and defeating the Guardians. But what do you want to do?
Well, is there a direction that makes the most sense to you, Christopher? It seems like we can go multiple ways. Some might be harder than others.
Mhm. No, yeah, no idea.
Yeah, I guess what you also would notice that to the platform to the north is another door exiting what it looks like exiting the area, or what you would surmise exiting the area. So,
Wait, these are platforms, the circles?
yeah, all the circles are platforms that you can jump from one to the other of varying heights.
And we don't know where the heat's coming from?
The heat is definitely coming from underneath you. You could look down there if you wanted to kind of. So yeah, to roll a perception check. You just know that as you put your face closer down there, it was really hot.
Do the platforms look like they're gonna be hot as well? Are they metal?
I mean, only really one way to find out. They probably are metal, but nothing on you is like melting. And yeah, it's just very hot in the room. So
throw a rope to Carrick and jump over to this first one.
Okay,
Right
just
here.
that. Which one?
This guy.
Okay, yeah, that's an easy enough jump for you to do. Carrick, are you holding on to? You're holding on to the rope. I love the idea of Carrick holding onto a rope and falling.
Yep. So I'm
Yeah,
holding on to the rope.
This one's quite sturdy. It has like an anchoring chain below it as well. This is kind of, the beginner's jump. Kind of to your, as you would go to the top, that other disc to the north here would be easy to jump to. The other one to your right is about 20 feet up as well as 10 feet across. So it's like with your boots, you can probably easily make the jump, but things going that way will get progressively harder as each one kind of like dips and has elevation to go. With some of these, I looked up parabolas of long jumping and tried to figure out how to make these boots not make this a simple thing.
I was wondering if you expanded this whole place to make it. I'm just gonna jump to the end.
Yes, skip the entire challenge. So yeah. Derek, are you going to do anything or just stand there and hold on to your rope?
Well, so I have Misty Step, but the limits of Misty Step is 30 feet. So I do need to get at least probably to this like second one before that's a possibility. So
Okay.
at least a little bit of jumping. I do not trust myself to do much jumping though. But I've got a rope. I guess maybe I tie the rope to myself. And then I try to also jump to where Christopher went.
Okay, so your jumping distance, according to the jump calculator, is wild. Jump calculator 5E, you can jump, I think, like 8 feet.
Okay.
So you can make this jump pretty easily. You are pretty like cramped on this disc now, but
okay. Is it sturdy? Is it wobbly?
Yeah, this is sturdy enough for both of you to be on. So yeah, which we'll go. You guys make one more jump, and then maybe we'll go back to the other guys.
Yeah, I think you lead the way, Christopher, on this. I'm still tied off. but I need you to save me if things go wrong. So.
Do you tie him to you? Do you tie yourself off too, Christopher?
No.
You're just
If I'm falling, I'm not taking him with me. No.
Okay, sounds good. But with that, okay, and are you leaving like the full length of rope between you, like the full 50 feet, or are you gonna try?
I think it's kind of slack, but not.
Okay. Because your strength is 8, isn't it, Carrot?
Yes.
Yes. So your long jump is 8 feet, and your high jump is 2 feet. So you can't make a lot of these jumps, I would say.
Okay.
You could probably, like, just knowing yourself, probably pretty easily make it to the door. The last jump would be hard, but anything besides those 2 jumps will be difficult without some sort of magical help.
Okay.
So remind me one more time where there's another thing above us.
So up here,
okay,
it's about 80 feet up. You can't really see what's on top of it, but yeah.
Okay.
And all of these little ones are all just dangling chains.
Okay.
And then, so then you can see to the bottom part, there's also a platform that's kind of more obscured, but also surrounded by chains. So,
got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just gonna
where are you going to go through?
try this guy. How far? Wait, sorry. Yeah, what is this one here? Where is it? Sure, this guy here. How far up is that one?
Yeah, so it's about 25 feet up and about 10 feet across. So you'll be able to make the jump.
I will never make that jump.
But I will have you, because you're landing on like such a precise place and you don't really get a full running leap because of the size of this disc. Just roll an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
So, question before you make that jump. This northernly way, is that too high to go that direction? Is that why? Or like these bigger discs towards
those bigger discs, you can probably just put together. It was to make an easy way to get to the door.
Yeah.
So they're like essentially totally level with these 2 platforms, then all the other discs kind of start climbing up this 80-foot incline. So yeah, we could go over to this second disc and then try to make that very long jump over there. These jumps are longer, but you're doing less jumps. So
I think this is going to be like a reverse kind of belaying. I'm just going to pull Carrick along to, like, when I fall, tie me off on each
yes, it's a reverse
thing so I can climb up the rope real quick.
Okay.
So this will be my spotter on this. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to jump up here. Yeah.
Okay. Make a athletics or acrobatics check. 17. You land up perfectly, like you're able to like get your foot onto it and grab the chain real quick and keep it from going too far. The rope distance, if you're at about 30 feet, is a little tight, like in this direction. So Carrick, you're kind of like standing on the edge, waiting to be pulled up.
I'm just gonna kind of secure it around, tie it around the chain
and pull them up. Okay. Because you guys are being so safe, you're able to pull him up pretty easily. It takes make a strength check to see how long it takes to pull him up.
Let's see.
Yeah, it takes a minute, but you are able to get them up. However, the sweat is starting to pour and the heat is starting to get to you, and you guys each take 1 point of fire damage. So you're quickly putting together that the longer you stay in here, the kind of more dangerous it's going to get. I'm gonna.
Can I use prestidigitation to chill Christopher's shirt? Just give him a
I
little
will
bit of
say,
cooling.
I will say that you could do that. And if you wanted to do that as kind of one of your things, only one of you will take the damage.
I need him to get me across, so I sort of feel like
Okay,
yeah.
so Christopher, you get that one hit point back.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Okay, gonna go to the bathroom real quick and grab a drink. Then we'll switch back over to the mining crew. So. August and Alyssa are playing Super Mario Brothers 3 on the arcade machine.
That's awesome.
And they are on Pipe World, which is the worst.
What one?
So it's the seventh world. So, and I would say it is a lot harder on an arcade machine than with
Which one is this?
They're playing Super Mario Brothers 3 on our arcade I built.
I like 3. I remember playing that one a lot back in the day.
Played it a lot. Would skip to level 8. 2 warp whistles, 1 in the castle, level 3.
I don't even know what Seventh World is.
Yeah, I have a hard time remembering what the other worlds are because we would always skip to level 8.
Yeah.
Because it's Mushroom Kingdom, Desert World, Water World, Giant World,
Giant World's the best.
Ice World, Sky World. No, it's Sky World, Ice World, Pipe World, and then the Dark World. So
that was a good answer. That was a masterpiece of the interface right there.
Okay, back to the mining crew. There is a button standing in front of you. It says start over again. Is there any preparations you're going to do to before you start?
Is a golem considered a creature or not?
It is considered a construct.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I guess it's technically a creature, but what are you looking to do?
Well, I would imagine if it's a construct, it doesn't really. I can't use my awakened mind on it.
To talk to it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, they have some level of intelligence. I'd say it can understand language, so I'll let you do this. I mean, it has a lot of other immunities, so I don't know what it might do, but it definitely. I will allow it.
I just want to see if I can convince or get one of them to work for us on this side.
Well, okay. Make a very, very, very high persuasion check. I don't know what
Can I
else
support in any way? Or
I still have that bardic, so we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, you cannot, because he is talking to its brain, not talking.
Oh fuck! Nope. Not even it's not even worth rolling the bardic
we're
yet.
gonna accidentally get these golems to try and kill us. Great. Okay.
Yeah, I'll say that possibly could have worked, but with that bad of a roll, this is not something you can try again.
That's fine.
But yeah, so there's kind of a glowing, like, blue button at the bottom of the plaque for when you want to start. Anything you want to try, Thel? That was Felix's stab.
Are they're still inanimate right now, technically?
They have essentially gone and stood in front of back to like kind of their original positions.
You said golems, so they're like stone.
Yeah, this is like a stone golem. It's a big giant stone, like humanoid looking creature with kind of nondescript features.
I also don't want them to end up attacking us, but I wonder if I tried to take a hand off to prevent them from using tools.
Yes, I will just say, just for your knowledge, if we were in an MMO, these stone golems would have two big red skulls over them.
Okay, that information is appreciated. I am not going to try that.
I think that your team could take out one altogether. Actually,
yeah,
no,
I
you
mean,
would just dismantle it immediately, and
I'll roll better strength. I'm gonna try to mine again. I tell Felix maybe we should try stealing more, and I'll do better.
Okay. Yeah. So this first, do you press the button?
I press the button.
As you press the button, the thunder rings out and deals 4 points of damage as the ring of the thunder hurts your ears so much. And the golems begin mining on the platinum.
Where did the previous mining go? Is it just gone?
It just got dumped into some a chute that is underneath the
okay. It's not like on the floor or some shit. Okay.
No, it goes. There's two chutes underneath the scales. So, yeah, go ahead and roll. Which ones are you guys going to? Which one are you doing?
On the platinum still, because I'm stubborn, and I'll say that even knowing what I rolled.
Okay, so you get nothing, and then Felix, what are you going to mine?
I'm gonna try to mine the copper because it's the weakest one. Strength, where you at?
Okay, see it.
Let's go. Hey,
14.
Does that work?
You get out a solid chunk of copper. and are able to run it over to the scales. The golems get nothing. They seem to have hit a snag, and like one of the tools breaks in the middle of it, and they go to get like in this corner that has a whole bunch more tools, runs over and grabs another one. Round 2. What you guys rolling?
I really want platinum.
You just are the most stubborn human.
I'm just looking at this. The highest I've rolled out of 4 strength rolls is an 11 on a d20. Out of 4 rolls.
You feel like it should work?
And it just doesn't. I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Maybe if we hold the pickaxe together.
And you could do that, and I'll give you advantage on your roll, but you only get 1 roll. Felix, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to steal some more from.
They don't have anything.
Oh shit. Okay.
Just stick to the copper, maybe.
Yeah, I'll stick to the copper.
Okay. Roll
Why
your
was I
copper
just
roll.
stand on the scale?
I was thinking that right as I heard it was wrapping up. I was like, what if I jumped up on the scale?
I like to think that Veruca Salt, jump on it, bad egg, fall down the pit.
Okay, yeah, if there's a chute, that is kind of terrifying.
Oh my lord.
Okay.
Can I use the D4 on this?
Yeah, you can.
14.
14 again. You get another chunk of copper out.
We still don't have any idea what we're actually doing is doing anything.
You just know that right now the golem comes and puts out this giant hunk of copper on their side as well, but yours is still heavier. So you're going into the last round ahead. Where are you going to mine? Or are you going to do anything? Thel's going to hit that platinum one more time.
Oh my god.
Thel, like the thought of like these gauntlets that have helped you so much and made you feel strong over such a long time, just them being gone just is kind of weighing on your soul, and you're starting to feel like inadequate and like was I only strong because of the gauntlets, or what is this?
I'm gonna pat Thel on the back and say, I got this, brother. I'm gonna hit the platinum.
You hit the platinum? Okay.
Yep. Oh!
And it chips off and flies, and you hit the rock. Like, it's just this one chunk that you know when you get it is going to weigh like 700 pounds. But okay, let's see what they get. What are they even mining right now? Okay, oh, good. Okay. You guys are at 3. They're at 1. Amazingly, and coming in right at the end, the golems chip out this small hunk of gold and put it on their side, and just tilts the scale enough to where you guys lose again. You guys have lost by 1 2 times in a row. And a second ball alights on their side and then like dings and then goes out. And that circle in the middle is there again.
We have to beat that. We have it seems like we have to beat them in a round.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna just keep going over and over and over again.
Yep. That's kind of what it seems at this point. And you also know that every time you press that button, it's gonna hurt you. So you could just sit here and kill yourself trying to beat the golems. Okay.
That would be a heck of a way for some of us to finally die. Is
Die.
just trapped in a loop on this.
You're chipped away 1d6 at a time until you die. Trying to.
Have you been taking damage?
Yeah, you guys took 4 damage at the beginning of that.
At the
When that round
beginning
starts.
of this round?
Yeah. Every time you press that button, it seems the thunder is just so deafening that it's like your ears are ringing in that. Okay,
Got it.
go into the other side for your next 2 things. What are you going to do? Yes, Carrick, you've been pulled up to in line with Christopher. The one to, so I'd say the one to the northeast is higher up, and it looks like it's starting to gain more that way. The one to the right is further away, but less further up. So there's kind of going and looking at this, going one way, you might have more jumps and less options than the other. But what do you guys want to do?
Like the northeast one.
Okay, you like the northeast one? So yeah, it's a like 8-foot jump, but about like maybe 10-15 feet up.
I'm also going to take this opportunity to purge all the random spices and shit, because I realized I have part of cheese in here, which I'm just going to turn into a fondue and use it to just purge all the most random spice rack I have.
Okay.
Their inventory. So it's going to be a mishmash of all these. We're going to have fondue at the end of this.
Okay, perfect. So that's just kind of like, you have like a little like crucible that you just have fun.
Wine skin or something, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you make this jump, and with your boots, this is an easy enough jump to make. However, when you land on it, the platform immediately disappears, and there's just a hanging chain. Make a dexterity saving throw.
So I can see this, so I have advantage, right?
I feel like that is more for something coming to like throwing something at you and you're avoiding. This is, you're caught pretty surprised by.
Yeah.
You actually specifically can't see the platform anymore.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. All right.
But you are just fine. You are grabbing onto it. And with a 19, I'll say you even keep hold of the rope. So, Carrick, you are still able to be attached to, like, he didn't drop the rope down, but there's no platform there. It's just a hanging chain. So you would have to like climb up the chain and jump, or swing on the chain to get back to where you were, or to the next platform.
It's this other northeast one.
That northeast one is actually probably like 20 feet down.
And just straight east?
And just straight east is probably about even, but obviously further and maybe a bit up, so it's going to be a bit harder.
Can I swing with these chains, or do they connect at the bottom too?
No, this one does not connect at the bottom specifically because it was hanging on.
Can I try and swing
everything that you thought you were going to land on a stable thing disappeared underneath it.
Right. Can I try and, like, I don't know, Tarzan swing over to this?
Yep. Make an athletics check. And if it's high enough, then you won't have disadvantage on making this jump. Yep, you are getting a good swing, and you think you're probably at the end there. You're going to have to like just let go at the right time, and you'll be able to make it onto this disc. It's going to require probably an acrobatics check to, time your swing to jump it. However, this will be pretty. Never mind.
The rope is dead.
You're probably at the end of your amount of rope if you want to make this.
I'm good with that. I'm gonna try it.
Are you going to keep holding on to the rope? Okay, make an acrobatic.
I guess it's like kind of tucked into my belt or something. I don't know,
Okay.
or something. If it falls out, it just falls out on its own.
Then there is just abandoned. Okay. Yeah, make an acrobatics check just to see how smooth the landing is.
Okay, well.
You tumble and roll, and you are hanging off the edge of this disc. And as you are hanging off the edge of this disc, you and Carrick both take 3 points of fire damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you hold on.
Nope.
Oh no! Do. You immediately fall.
Yeah.
Carrick, is there anything you do as you watch Christopher fall off the edge of this platform?
I mean, best I can. So give me a feeling again of how far down it is and what I see at the bottom.
Make a perception check. You know it's about 50 feet down.
50 feet down.
You notice that there are cracks in here with definitely some molten red veins coming out, and falling in probably the wrong place might be really, really bad.
Okay. I'm gonna use I think I'm gonna use gravity sinkhole.
Okay. I would say reading that, he has to take that damage too.
I know. And that's the thing, is it's like, I'm trying to decide, are we dealing with like a life or death scenario here? Because
with a 21, you would just know that being down there, the heat that you're taking up here is going to be exponential down there, but probably not instantly fatal.
Okay, never mind that. I was kind of feeling like this was going to be fatal, and so I was like thinking that might be the better option. Yeah. But
in the game that in the module this is pulled from, it is 100% fatal. There's nothing you can do about getting out of it.
Yeah, that was kind of the vibe I was thinking it was fate. Okay.
No.
So, okay.
It is damaging, so
yeah. But possibly less damaging than gravity sinkhole, so
yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, then I guess I have nothing to offer him, as so he let go of the rope. Is that true?
The rope definitely got pulled out from it's what he is saying is attached to its belt, but not tied to him.
Okay.
So when he fell and tumbled, it is now just a dangling rope.
Okay. There's no way this is gonna work. Oh, is he more than 30 feet away?
No. Probably as he first starts to fall, he's probably right within 30 feet.
Can I use Mage Hand to tie the rope to his belt as he's falling?
Make an Arcana check. You can if you want.
So here's my plan: is to tie the rope to his belt, and to use essentially the central chain of the one that I'm standing on as a pulley fulcrum to try to catch him on his swing.
Okay, and the rope on you is tied around your waist.
Yep.
So you kind of quickly like tie that and wrap yourself around the thing.
Yep.
I don't even know what kind of roll this is. Make a Constitution saving throw or strength saving throw as you are doing this. This is going to work. This save is to see what happens to you. Okay, with a 12, it kind of like rips you around and you unravel once, but the other one holds. Christopher and both of you guys take 6 points of damage from the like sudden jarring force of a rope around in your case, your waist, cinching tight, and Christopher, like your belt buckled, jamming into your stomach. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, but Christopher, you are now swinging back and forth. Make a perception check as you swing back and forth. You see as you are swinging that, and kind of like how you fell off, you could maybe try and you see the chain that you could grab here.
Sure.
Okay. It's that, or it would be like climbing yourself back up.
I'm feeling pretty, whatever confidence I had is gone. I'm just gonna reset.
Okay, you reset, and you're able to like
Climb right back up.
like get it like wrapped back around and get back up there. I will say after all of this though, that rope is toast. That is a hempen rope. But okay, well, you guys are back exactly where you were. You would know now that this one, that platform has now reappeared after a little bit. So remember that. But we'll go back to our other two guys at the mine.
Oh, great.
There's got to be something you guys can do. Or are you just going to start and play again?
Let's. I think we hit it together at the same time and see what happens. Let's try. Let's just. We have both been rolling complete shit.
Like it's wild how.
So let's at least. Let's see what happens if we roll with advantage. I will let you roll since you have the better strength. I'm just gonna give you a little oomph so you get advantage.
Okay. Are there any
do the platinum
yourself? Is there?
There are
you guys can do.
There are nothing.
Bell, do you have anything? But you guys go press the button and start.
No, hold on. I'm gonna do something petty and weird, but this room is not all that large, right? Like it's a bit cramped.
Yeah, it is like with all the stuff in it, it's quite cramped. Like it's only 20, it's only 30 by 25, and these scales take up a quarter of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna summon Steve in here with us, and I'm gonna have him stand in the way between their walls and their scale.
Okay. Just in the way, just interposing himself.
Just a giant warhorse, just fucking in the way over there. Just
Okay,
fucking shit up.
I'm not gonna put him on the map because it's just a pain. But yes, there is a warhorse standing in the way. And I have a perfect idea of what that means. So, okay, you guys rolling with advantage on yours? They'll roll there. Oh my lord. It has happened. You guys together take this, and this chunk that has been just sitting there this whole time pops out, and you, feeling victorious, place it on yours. As the other golem, one of them still like chipping away at a part, maybe preparing for their next throw. The other one has its chunk of material, but Steve is in the way, like juking him. The golem is going to rear back its fist and punch Steve.
Aw. Bye, Steve.
What is Steve's AC?
Probably not enough.
It might be.
It was the studded leather, right? So it's 13.
Oh, amazingly, this thing only had a 12. So it goes to rear and punch it, but Steve is able to kick the piece of platinum out of its hand enough and dodge the attack, and Steve is still standing there, interposing, as this golem now is just confused and goes back to what its primary mission is, which is to continue mining. Round 2. Are you guys giving yourself advantage or doing something else?
So there's just a platinum on the floor over there?
No, we'll say it got kicked into the hole.
Okay.
Can't give you essentially a free platinum.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you, Felix? Do we just keep platinuming, or do we got some
go
platinum
again.
down? Okay,
Let's go
we'll
again. We gotta fucking
Go
win.
again.
I just look at it like you would have got.
Oh my lord. I don't. So the DC to get the platinum is 18, by the way.
Oof.
Let's see. They are, what do they do? They do gold and copper on this one, I think. Yeah, platinum. No, platinum and copper. Ooh. We'll give that on the copper. So a natural 20 on copper gets them 1. Wow. They don't get the platinum, but they do get a giant load of copper. The one that got kicked from the horse has this giant load of copper, kind of pissed off about, as pissed off as a construct can get, I guess, and picks it up and dumps it. I guess Steve gets in the way again, but the other one is going to come and punch it because it has nothing in its hands. To say they need to get a 1 or a 2, or Steve is dead. That's a 13 plus 10. So, and Steve takes 3d8. I had another 8. There it is. 5, 6, 7, 12 plus 6 is 18 points of damage to Steve the horse. Is Steve still standing?
What was his damage again?
18.
He is still standing. He has 1 hit point left.
Steve MVP over here. I'll say that they lose half of their copper because of that, because Steve is just bucking around, and so instead of getting 4, they only get 2. I'll just say they lose 1 of them. But you guys got your platinum again, right? So you guys get none of that. Last round. What are you guys gonna do?
gonna steal their copper.
Steal their copper, and Fel, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna shift down. I'm gonna hit something easy. I'm just gonna shift down to the copper. I'm feeling accomplished.
The power.
Glancing over and seeing Steve has been up to tomfoolery, I'm like, okay, I think we got this. But I'm gonna bank some extra points.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and roll a sleight of hand. Okay, you get one piece of copper out.
Oh, what is with at least those? I've had one. Technically, I've had one on non-advantage, one good strength roll because that other one was saved by the advantage roll.
Yeah. They are going to do their two. They're both at the gold wall, just chipping away, just hoping to get as much as they can. They only get one piece of gold out.
Did you roll your sleight of hand, Felix?
Yeah, roll your sleight of hand. See if you steal their copper.
Go. Oops.
Okay, you'll get it unless they notice. $15. They do not notice. And you will get 2 of their coppers. So they only have one tiny little shred of copper there. And
Feeling good.
that is the end of that. So they end the game with 1 piece of gold worth 3 points, 1 piece of copper worth 1 point, and you have 2 pieces of platinum worth 10 points, and 3 pieces of copper worth 3 points, or 3 points total. You guys have a resounding victory, and as that happens, a peal of thunder that doesn't hurt you this time happens, and the let's see. And as that happens, your materials stay there on the other platform dips down, and yours, instead of dipping into the cavern, dips and spills out onto the ground. And you have 2 like very large chunks of platinum and then a good smattering of copper sitting on the ground in front of you. And as that happens, the door to the north opens. Congratulations. You got your materials. And Steve the horse is standing there looking very bedraggled, barely surviving, but possibly having won the thing for you. I think you guys would have won either way, but it is pretty funny that the horse survived a punch from a stone golem. And so, okay, we'll go back to the other guys. Back where you started. When we start this, you will take 1 point of fire damage. And you are standing there with a frayed rope. The false platform has reappeared to the northeast, and to the southeast there is that platform that further jump, but makeable.
And how much higher is it?
Maybe like this one will just be a straight athletics check. Just don't get under 5 and you land on it.
Yeah, let's go with the harder one instead of the easier one. I was trying to be safe with that. Let's see what that can do.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you land kind of pissed off after having to be pulled up by your tiny wizard friend.
We have other rope. I forgot to think. Do I have a rope?
Yeah, do we have any more rope, or are we out of the rope options?
I don't know. Do you have rope? I will say you each probably have 1 length of rope.
So we probably have 1 more.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw it back because I forgot to do it.
I do think you guys actually have things in your bag of holding that could be helpful, but
Oh, really? Which I have.
Maybe, maybe not. I can't remember.
I see a climber's kit. What's that?
It has climbing harnesses.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So we'll say if you take your moment to readjust, you guys can put your climbers harnesses on. And,
The belts.
yeah. Yeah. I will say though that you don't have a second thing of rope. You have a bunch of pitons.
Oh, what?
Pitons, the little spikes they put in. I don't know how to pronounce the word.
Right.
Piton. Piton. Okay, so you're standing on this. Standing on this, you have now 4 options, really. 5 options if you want to start swinging on chains and go down to this lower area. But we'll say, just for sake of brevity, with the rope character, easily enough able to be pulled up to him. So there is the big platform below you. It is quite large, very close, but it's a fair amount down. And then you're going to have to jump up, or you can try to make the longer jumps to these ones that are a bit higher up and further away.
I'm gonna throw a something. I don't know. A great bag of tricks. I'm gonna throw a ferret or something up onto one of these platforms.
Okay, which one?
Northeast, like northeast, northeast.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, throw your great bag of tricks. Roll your dice and see what lands on this thing.
It's a 6 or an 8? No, 8, right?
An 8.
Oh, sorry, it might be too big. Panther. Yeah, I'll throw up a panther.
There's a panther standing on this platform, looking around, just very surprised. But it is definitely a real platform.
Okay, we'll try that.
Okay, so that jump, it is probably up about, we'll say it's up 20 feet. Like this is probably of all the jumps the hardest.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
I
Okay.
went with easy, and let's see where that got me. So
you get athletics with advantage because of your boots. I probably should have given you that on other ones, but to jump up there. Fuck. You jump up there, and with the natural 20, you feel the rope get pulled out from behind you. You grab the chain, kick the panther off of the platform because you're not all going to fit on it, and just yank Carrick with you and shoulder and pull him up. And you guys are both on this. You guys are very tight on this platform. I guess I shouldn't say. Would you have tried to save the panther? I'll give you the option to do with the natural 20, or did you?
Can I kick him towards the other, just in the general direction of the other one?
I don't you roundhouse kick him to.
Yeah, roundhouse kick.
make an attack roll. I don't even know what this is. Make an attack roll to see how far you. No, you don't. He falls down into the pit and immediately poofs into nothingness.
That's fine. No problem with that.
Okay.
Can we see anything of this platform yet, or it's still above us?
No, it's still probably about 25, 30 feet up. What you probably gather is you're going to have to swing around across these chains and climb them. Probably make an intelligence check, Carrick. With a 19, you would know, like, for your Misty Step to get up there, you would probably need to climb either you'd have to get to either one of the closer chains or climb up high enough on this first chain to get within a legitimate chance of making it with your Misty Step.
So I could, in theory, climb straight up from the platform I'm on and potentially get high enough to Misty Step over? Or do I still need to make it to one of the
You need to make it to one of the other chains.
Okay.
You guys do take 2 points of fire damage, though.
Is it still on us, or
what?
Is it still on us, or we back?
No, they're kind of done for the time being.
All right.
Just for flavor, so you guys have a hallway in front of you that ends in another door. These are like some very steep stairs inclining for our mining crew. And you get to a big corridor that kind of has like a basin of water. So if you guys move up to...
Did we scoop
here.
up our pieces of precious metals?
Yes, I assume that you did. Yeah, they're sitting there, and so you can write down 2 giant chunks of metal. But yeah, so there's like kind of a basin washroom in here, like a sitting like area, and like some old armaments on it. And on the door is a giant symbol of Bahamut on these like 2 this set of double iron doors. I think it says something on those doors. 1 second. Nope. No, it doesn't say anything on it. It's a giant set of double doors that would swing inward. But so you know that there's a little bit of you could put together this is probably where the next part of your trial lays. But you haven't heard from your other friends for a while, so.
We go on the doors?
You can.
Right back.
If you guys open the doors, you see a big room, and inside of it are 2 big burly dudes. And I'll say this before you stepping in, you would have been able to see these 2 things standing on there. You can enter and do that, but there is that like immediately you like peeking through the door, you can see this is where whatever the that last trial of defeating the wardens of the forge would be. So up to you if you want to start that fight or wait for your friends.
Felix, why don't you check in and see?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Let's check in with the other homies and see.
It's since we're doing like this, like since these things are happening at the same time, I would say it's probably taken about the same time to where this is where they are. Yeah, Felix, you reach out to Christopher.
Yeah, I just want to see how things are going on their end, because we're about to open the door. We see 2 dudes that look like they could be trouble.
Just make a stealth check for both of you to see if these guys noticed that door like open up and then immediately like whoops.
I can't remember with my gear now.
I don't remember if you had to take your boots or your shoes off or not.
But with the boots, I get like a normal roll, right?
Yeah, with the boots, it's a flat roll.
So it wasn't that much worse than Felix's.
Yep.
I rolled a 2. I have a +9 on stealth, and I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
And I have a +2.
So as you guys kind of like walk in, they see you, and then you close the doors behind them. But as you're closing the doors close incredibly forcefully and hit you, like, and knock you over, and you each take 4 points of thunder damage. As you get the idea that
How much? 4?
yeah, the idea being if you don't trying to leave here will be detrimental once you enter. So
Okay. I am gonna cast excuse me, Armor of Agathis before we
armor that. Okay.
go back in there.
Yep. Yeah, we can just wait on those things until, because I don't know what's the duration on that. Probably just a minute.
Is it a minute?
I don't know.
An hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could cast it whenever you want. Okay. So, what do you tell Felix as he reaches out to you, Christopher?
What am I sending back?
Yeah, well, he just asked. He just said that they're about, like, it seems they've made it through their trial, and just wondering where you were at.
We're doing some swinging from chains, trying to fry ourselves.
Okay. So you get the gist that they are not ready for, kind of a break through and take the fight on. So okay, you guys are standing here. There's the chains in front of you and a big platform over that way. But about what I said, 25, 30 feet up that you have to climb to get to.
So we're good.
How close is the closest chain?
Closest chain is about 8 feet away. It is the distance of your jump.
All right, so I want to see. So I want to just like try and reach out and just touch this most close chain, just with like a javelin or something, to see if it still doesn't just fall out on me.
That was really smart. It did. It as you hit it, your thing goes straight through.
Son of a bitch. Okay.
So the other one, the next closest one is about 10, 11 feet away. So, how physics works, you would be able to make it. You would just be catching it much lower down and have to climb up. So, because all these chains look to like dangle way down to the ground, if not all the way. Probably not all the way, because then you can't swing on them. But
pretty far.
Yeah.
I apparently have 5 short swords. I'm just gonna like throw at all of these. I'll start with that one. Yeah. Throw.
I can just like mage hand grab them. You don't have to waste your weapon.
He just wants to get rid of some of his equipment. Yeah, going through with your mage hand, it seems like every single chain except for this one down here is real.
Alright, so I guess I'll just go for the jump to the straight east.
Okay, yeah, that you can pretty easily make this jump. Just make an athletic or strength check to see, like, as you grab it, like how far you might slide down and have to climb up.
Oh yeah.
back-to-back 20s. Yeah, you're able to climb there, and I'd say if you wanted to do exactly what you did before and yank Terra to be right underneath you, you can.
Not yet. No, I want to get up on here. Well, can I? How far up is the ledge again?
About 30 feet.
Will the rope get up there?
The rope will be at its like full amount.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Okay, so do you climb up the 30 feet?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you can swing. You're about 10 feet away. You could swing back and forth, and it's just a matter of making a simple athletics check to make it onto the top there.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, make another athletics check.
All right.
Yep, you land on the top of the platform, looking down at Carrick down below you. The rope definitely is not attached to anything anymore. So.
Yep, I'll pull him up, I guess.
The rope will have fallen behind you. There's.
Oh, okay. Can he mage hand the rope to me? Wait, tie it around a chain and send the chain to me? Or and I can like reach out? I don't know.
I mean, the limitations of Mage Hand are just the distance that it'll reach, and 30 feet is that distance.
So he could. I don't know what he can do. Totally. You guys.
What am I seeing on this ledge? Do I want to? What am I? Yeah, I guess. Do I even want to stay here on this ledge, or am I coming back down?
So on this ledge, you immediately look around, and there are a small metal planter sitting in the middle with 4 of these red bushed plants. Think of like the red herbs from Resident Evil. They look like that. It said that, and on a small inscription in this like silver planter says, "Take what you've earned." So, yeah, there are four blooms there that you've never quite seen a plant that looks like this.
I'll take them.
Okay, take
them.
them.
I'll start with the first one. I don't know, just.
As you grab it, make a Constitution saving throw. You immediately grab it, and it is super hot, but you're able to like let go quick enough and like pull out some leather from a pack that you have and kind of like wrap that around and like kind of like wrap it around the root so you can hold it like that, and then able to do that with the other 4 pretty easily. And yeah, so you have the 4 blooms kind of like wrapped up in some leather at the root of it. In a very hot bouquet.
Okay, so I guess I'll just swing back down to the ledge.
Okay. You're gonna go that way, or are you gonna go? Probably like you being able to survey this entire thing. It may be easier probably to go through the top around, but then you kind of like, especially being this high up, you can jump to probably. You honestly could probably jump all the way to this platform if you wanted to.
But what's going on in the bottom? The ledge down at the bottom too, or?
There is a ledge down by the bottom. You could go there if you want.
I don't know.
But being up here, like you would know, like from the plaque, it said "pick the blooms." So
Okay. Yeah, I guess. That's...
So you can go whichever way you want. Tell me where you're going. First, while he's doing this, what are you doing, Eric? Are you just standing there while he's like just yelling and like hot plant?
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for word on whether it's worth me to attempt even getting over there.
Can we do an owl to check out this ledge over here, or is he just gonna roast up?
We could try an owl. Take me 10 minutes.
Yeah, Al doesn't exist right now, does he?
Mm-mm.
So you get the idea that staying here 10 minutes may be very detrimental to your health.
Mm.
It's very hot.
Okay. Okay. I mean, we did the thing. Let's just go.
Get out. Okay. Are you going to go back down Eric to help him, or are you just going to go? You know, you can make it out a lot easier because everything here is going down. You're not climbing up anything.
The rope will make it to that platform to my northwest. Can character the rope to me to that platform?
It would probably be like, no, I'd be able to make it there.
Okay.
15 feet down about. Yeah, it should be able to make it.
All right, I'll jump over here.
Okay, make an acrobatics check. Just simple, easy one. Yep, you land on it. You get a little teetery, but you grab the chain. This is one of the free like swinging ones, but you're able to like hold on to the center until it stops swinging. Yeah.
All right, I'll have toss me the rope and pull over.
Okay, so I don't think the mage hand will quite be able to make it. Mage hand has to throw it, so roll an Arcana check to see how good mage hand is at throwing a rope. Like a quarterback, throws a rope and you can catch it, Christopher. It's very much at the end, so
kind of like grabbing it, reaching out.
Yeah, and like holding onto the chain, holding onto the rope. You make your leap of faith, Eric.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right, I guess you could try and grab the chain, but you know that chain that's right next to you is fake anyways. So
Yeah, and we figured that out already.
yeah. Okay, you jump and you swan dive off as far as you can, which is sadly like to there. Make a strength saving throw, Christopher. Okay, you ever since your one goof up, you've just been angry and going into that rage. Like you feel like you probably ripped something in a pectoral muscle holding on to this. Wounds heal, and you pull him, and using that, you're able to pull him up to where you are at. You guys do take another 2 points of fire damage. But yeah, I'm kind of just quicken things. This is we've done this enough. Doing the same stuff pretty much. You can
tossing us something, making sure it's real.
Yeah, doing all of the things you've done, you can make it back around into the door. The only thing that there is straight north of this next platform. There is a chain about 15, 20 feet away, relatively, that's just dangling and has, a box at the bottom of it. if you wanted to try and get it.
Can Mage Hands reach the chain and pull it over to us, or?
It would not be long. It would not be. It's too heavy for.
Okay.
With the weight of the box at the bottom, it'd be too heavy for it to move.
Who's doing lassos? There was something about lassos, right? In a couple games ago.
I was lassoing.
Oh yeah. Okay, we got the wrong person.
I mean, like we could use Mage Hand. Like, I mean, the problem is that currently we only have the one rope that's keeping me alive, but we could use Mage Hand to like get the rope around the chain and then use your strength to pull it or something.
Yeah, let's do that. Just kind of secure on this platform.
Okie doke. You're able to get it up within about 5 feet off the platform, just with how the physics work of this.
I just can't pull it up anymore, or what?
Yeah, it's like the chain can't it just can't go any further. So it's about 5 feet off, and it's just this like big metal lockbox with a latch on it.
Mage Hands open the box as I hold it there.
I could try.
Okay, you open the box with Mage Hand.
Sure.
Okay, just roll a d20 for me. An 11. We'll just take that first one. So with an 11, it's not immediate, but how the box kind of opens from swinging, whatever is inside of it, which is kind of like a nondescript sack, starts rolling out, about to plummet and fall.
Mage Hands.
If you want to be fast enough, make a dexterity check to see if you're fast enough to get it before it falls.
Talking me or him?
The person casting Mage Hand. Or, Christopher, if there's some way you want to grab this thing that's 5 feet off the platform.
Dexterity check or saving throw?
Check. Although you both have some try at this. Carrick is not fast enough to move his Mage Hand as the thing's opening. Is there anything you want to do, Christopher?
I just javelin, try and spear it through with a javelin, this kind of.
Sure, make an attack roll to go through this sack without ripping it totally. Oh, you jab it through, and like an expert fisherman, flick it up, and it lands on the platform with you. You guys take another 2 points of fire damage.
I'm gonna put it in my little belt, and we're gonna open this on the platform, not here on this rickety thing.
Yeah. So yes, with all of that, just continue to go through. Like I said, just for expedience sake, you can all get to. Let's move you over. Very similar to what I described before. A room with a basin, some benches, to kind of clean up. It's no longer hot in here. Almost like the moment that you close the door to that giant chamber, the temperature almost immediately cooled as you walked up this, these long flights of stairs. And yeah, there's a basin, some chairs, and to relax for a second before as you prepare. You guys are both kind of now in similar areas of the forge, having collected your materials and gotten your blooms. The last thing on that list was to defeat the wardens or guardians. I can't remember what I called them. Right. What do you do?
We're gonna have some fondue.
you and Carrick eat some fondue. Out of a wineskin, which is just a wild thing. On like your travel rack, you don't have like a fresh loaf of bread. Let's see.
What are we dipping in the fondue? Are we just like palming it?
We're just drinking it right out of a wineskin.
That is fine. Okay, let's see.
I'm using the leather jacket from the Upside Down. It's my wineskin. So that's
okay. Let's see. Do that. Okay. Yeah, you guys are kind of like, you can reach out to Felix one more time and say, we're ready. So make your final preparations before going into there. You kind of already know that there's definitely going to be a fight in here, having seen these two figures as they had entered before they ran away. Yeah.
How long is a short rest?
An hour.
That's probably too long, right? For this?
Yeah.
I have a healing poison. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
probably healing potion.
I bet you.
A messed up potion. Yeah.
Because you also got poison and at the same time.
I think I'm going to use a healing potion myself.
Okay.
Where are you at, Felix, health-wise?
I'm okay for now. No.
Because we could, I could touch you a little.
I have -10 total.
Okay, I touch you. I touch you for 10.
So I had 2, so I'm going to use my second healing potion.
So what do I do with the healing poison? What does that do?
It's just do a healing potion. Just there should be a button for it.
Oh, I suck.
It's what? 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, Carrick.
I know.
Hey, at least you. Nope, it was the same roll on both of them.
2 plus
that's
1.
So you got technically you have 7 because that's plus 2. It's a burger. That more? Okay. So and that would be 7 as well.
That's now I'm feeling better.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah, you guys ready to barge in? You do like a 3, 2, 1, go.
How often can I do bag of tricks?
I think you have like 8 charges a day.
I throw in another thing.
Yeah, go ahead and summon a creature.
Just throw the bag at, literally just like throw the rest. See what we get.
We got a boar. That's perfect. Just
A boar?
Charging right in there, yeah.
Okay.
Coming behind it.
Let me go put a boar on the screen. I'm sure it has great stats. What does a boar have? want. I hate when it does that.
11 hit points. No problem.
Oh, not the worst.
11 armor class.
There's worse things. Oh, boar. What's up, boar?
Gotten a boar before.
No, I think
first boar.
it's always been panthers, badgers, or
A lot of badgers. A lot of badgers and a lot of weasels.
like this, relentless. A boar is relentless. If the boar takes 7 damage or less, that would reduce it to 0 hit points. It's reduced to 1 hit point instead. Can't take me down. Okay. So you all charge in? Or are you sneaking in?
What do you want to do? So, you want to just barge in? I have no problem. Either way. We know what's... Well, we kind of know what's on the other side of this. It's 2 dudes. That's all we know.
Mm-hmm.
This is your deal, dude.
Yeah, I'm just trying to decide if there's any. Is there going to be a conversation first here, or should I just come in like lightning a blazing? That's what I'm
Do
trying.
those dudes look like they want to talk?
Yeah, I think we just kind of barge in, and
Okay.
Should we move in and then do initiative, or are you gonna have us move in as part of combat? What are
Yeah,
we doing here?
so you guys all move in.
I am
And
going to
the
move
moment-
behind this pillar. Is this a
The
pillar
moment
or a
you
hole?
move in, yeah, I would say you could get as far as those pillars.
Yeah, I was thinking I was gonna go this way. Is that okay?
You
Since we
just can't
did
get anywhere closer than those pillars.
Since we did kind of see where they were, we knew.
Yeah, and as you all enter, yeah, you guys can, Christopher and Carrick, you can place yourselves where you want as well.
What? No.
Okay, well, I feel like I should just remind the group that lightning travels in a straight line.
But yes, you guys all immediately enter. As you enter into a rectangular room. In the center, you see 2 giant humanoid figures sitting on large stools atop a platform. Banners to the forge's patrons adorn the 4 pillars around the center dais. As you approach the dais, the 2 guardians rise. Closer now, you see they are some sort of construct. One picks up a platinum mace and a tower shield. The other draws the sword off its back, its other hand crackling with electricity and thunderous energy. They give your group a polite nod. Let's roll initiative.
Polite nod. I don't like it.
Not an impolite nod. Okay, so we gotta highlight these guys. Add turn. Oh, hopefully, where's the initiative tracker? Turn order. Okay, let's see if did I already mess it up, or is it working better now? Let's see, we got 12, 2. Oh, we didn't get Christopher's. I'll add
21. 21.
Yep, I'll add you. Okay, add turn. And you got a 21.14, and then we'll go with. Oh, it didn't give them their good names. Dang. Well, the Helmed Horror is the one with the mace and the shield, and the Shield Guardian is the one with the. Here, hold on. Let me just do this. Oops. Hey, there we go. There we go. And then the Cord Guardian is the one with the crackling fist and that. So he gets 1 less. 2. And here, extending 1 last thing. How can I add a turn? Add. We'll move that one up to here, but that won't happen this turn. So, give me 1 second. Think about what you're going to do. Okie dokie, Christopher, what you doing?
I'm running back here, raging and shooting him. I'm keeping my distance for that.
But you're gonna rage and shoot him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you pull out your rifle and shoot him.
Guy on the right, I guess.
Guy on the right? Okay. Like a polite nod, and then you shoot him.
Yep. Polite nod.
Oh, your boar never showed up.
Or yeah, maybe I'll prepare an act and I don't know.
No, you can. I was just joking about that. These guys are obviously hostile.
Okay.
And the boar, I'll give initiative as well. Add turn. 13. The boar's faster than Fell. Did you take your attack?
Yeah, let's just keep going. Recklessly shooting. Yes.
I is reckless. I think reckless is only melee attacks.
No, that would make more sense.
I guess you could
trying to imagine a reckless shot.
I'd just be like standing out in the middle of nowhere, right? Like I'm not unconcerned about cover. Like,
nope. Yep, it's melee.
Melee.
Attack. It
That's
says
good.
melee attack rolls.
Okay,
Using strength. So it's specifically if you're. This is not strength or melee.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay. So take your shot. It clings off of it has this like big fur mantle on it, and it clings, and as you hear it just like goes through the mantle, and then you just hear ting, and it ricochets off into nowhere.
Then I use my set way. I can reload.
You can use your bonus action. What we've said is you have to roll a dexterity check to see if you're able to reload it fast enough.
That's good. Cool. That.
So, reload.
Saving throw or just dexterity?
Just a dexterity check.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
now let's figure out that.
You drop all your bullets on the ground and are like scramble to pick them up and put it back in your pocket, but realize kind of like that moment has passed, and I guess you have a little bit more movement. Actually, no, it's a natural one. You have no more movement. You're where you are.
I'm happy where I am. Yeah.
Okay. That's you, Felix.
I think I am just going to cast False Life on myself to try and give myself as many hit points as possible in this first round.
And that's an action. Anything you want to do as your bonus
and
action?
then can I hide behind the pillar?
You want to hide behind that pillar that you're at right now? I guess because you could move over to the other pillar if you wanted, but you're good either way.
Yeah, I'm good right here. I just want to be hit.
Roll a stealth check. And although like the lines don't allow it, you're definitely like, holy macaroni, dude. I mean, I guess I'll roll perception for him.
I don't think I've rolled above a 15. I've rolled a 1. Like I rolled a 1.
They immediately like you like trip and fall over. Like you don't realize like this magic thing is kind of new to you, so you're like trying to hide. And you do this false life, and then you realize like this false life like creates this swirl of shadowy like chains around you, and then disappears. So like, there's no way you're hiding after that.
We're gonna roll 1d4.
Yeah. Take your temp HP. Is there anything else False Life does besides the temporary hit points?
I don't think so.
That good look.
Yeah, no.
Okay, it just gives you that. Okay,
Yep.
There is no lair action this turn, but I just put it in the turn order. That brings it to the Cord Guardian's turn. The Cord Guardian is going to I guess first probably gonna run over to here. Its first attack is going to take its long sword out, and actually no. It's actually going to cast Thunder Wave centered on itself as it takes that like crackling fist and smashes the ground. I need a I'm pretty sure it's a Constitution saving throw from the boar. Which, of course, it doesn't come up as that type sheet, but the boar, 12 plus 1, 13 fails. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw, Christopher. What'd you get?
17.
Yeah.
17. Okay, you succeed in your throw and take the board's almost without a doubt dead. 48 points of damage.
The boar or me?
You're going to take half of what I say. 8, 16, 20 points of damage. So you take 10, the boar takes 20, and the boar puffs into... In my long legacy of destroying animals almost immediately, the boar is dead. And you take 10 points of damage. And this guardian is standing right in front of you, and it is Carrick's turn.
I'm going to do a fireball.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it right in between these two, so they're both within the 20-foot radius. But I'm gonna keep it off of. I think the only one that's in danger is Christopher, but I'm basically sculpting it around allies.
But what are you casting?
Fireball.
Okay.
It is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So you're putting it there. Dexterity saving throw. It is going to roll a 7 minus 1, 6. Take the full damage.
Nice. So both of them should take it. Well, both of them have to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So it should be. Can I just click it? Yes, I can.
Okay. Your DC is technically 16, but
yeah, I don't know why that's broken.
It never messes up. But 27 points of damage. So the Forge Guardian, or the Cord one that just attacked and passed its Thunder Wave, takes that damage, and immediately like the pelt like burns up a bit, but it shrugs it off without any actual worry. So 27. However, the other guardian still standing on this pedestal looks, and the fire just kind of blasts around it, but it does not take any of that damage. It doesn't look like it has done anything to that platinum outer shell of it.
So it doesn't even take the half damage. It takes nothing.
No, it took nothing.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Anything else you want to do, Carrot?
No. I'm gonna stare at it.
Bell, you're up.
I did realize we should have 1 HP Steve with us, shouldn't we?
I'm going to say he could not have gone up those stairs that you went up. He is too big. I guess you
Okay.
could have brought him in with you once you got up there. Do you want 1 HP Steve with you?
He rolled his ankle and died.
If you want him, you can have him.
Yeah, let's have 1 HP, Steve.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, poor Steve.
We really need to have like a tally of how many times Owl has died and Steve has died, how many times we've lost the gray bag of tricks animal.
Yeah,
it's pretty. It's got to be at least. It's got to be in the double digits for sure. I feel like it's at least 1 or 2 an episode or a session.
Yeah, there was a while where it had never happened, so I remember when it happened the first time, but then after that, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's just.
Okay, so should I have Steve go right now, or?
Yeah, you can have Steve. We'll have Steve go first. We'll just have him act on your initiative. You could ride Steve too if you wanted.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try
It's
something
kind
I
of a
haven't done
wild
before.
thing to come into this giant domed room with like kind of this like false cloud sky above you, riding in on a horse.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use this trampling charge. So I'm gonna have Steve charge more than 20 feet straight at the dude up on the pedestal, and then hits it with his hooves, and it needs a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay, but it has to hit first, right?
Yes, I don't know what I would roll. Just a strength.
Roll his hooves attack.
Hooves. There it is.
Amazingly, a 19 does not hit.
Well, that's
This thing
unfortunate.
puts up its tower shield and just pushes off a war horse that just charged it. And is that all Steve's doing?
I mean, yeah, that's all I got for Steve. Good try, buddy.
Okay. Good job, Steve. That's about as good as you can do.
He melee attacked with a 19 that didn't hit.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Oh yeah, and the fireball did no damage to him.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you're up. The rest of your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna get up over here. And I'm gonna throw my javelin at the far guy, but it'll lightning bolt the close guy also.
Okay.
A 10, really?
The 10
Or
does
is that the
not
damage? No,
Hold on.
that's not the damage.
That's the
damage.
attack. Yeah, the 10 does not hit, but the you still roll the 4d6 for the other guy.
Right.
It just doesn't. Nothing happens to the far guy. And he does fail, and this electrocution happens to him, and he takes that damage. So 15 points of damage, and immediately like turns to look at you. So
What a weird four
turn. The guy,
four
the
perfects,
red guy?
3 perfects, and 3 ones.
yep. Completely average.
Somehow, some way, still completely average.
Okay, you gonna do anything else? I guess you still have one more attack.
It's okay, so I do have one more attack.
However, I can't remember if you used your Volt Edge while you were in the maze. I can't remember if you used its ability. Granted, that's an action to use, but
I didn't mark it off. Like, I have it as a tally, but
I don't remember you using it either. I'm trying to remember that all that stuff happened today as well. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything else right now, I guess.
Okay.
Can I do? I'm not able to prepare anything, or I can't prepare
No,
attack because I
you
used
already
my
you
javelin,
already
right?
started
Yeah.
your
So
the,
so
yeah,
it
the
would
only
just
thing
be
you can do
bonus
is
action type stuff, right?
the only thing you can do is really the bonus action or step up and attacking.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. That makes it that guy's turn, who is going to look back at the where the thunder came from, or the lightning bolt that just pierced through it, is going to hold its mace to its chest as it starts glowing, turn around, and make its attack on you. Its first attack is a +6. 17 plus 6, 23.
Bitch.
That hits. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Yep, you. A bright flash happens as this monster strikes down, or this giant armored creature strikes down on you. You do take 11 points of damage as it strikes you. Oops, nope, that's wrong. $19 points of damage on that strike as it hits you. But you, however, that bright light, you're able to like close your eyes and shrug it off without being blinded. It will end its turn there. And yep, that is back to you, Christopher.
Do I take an attack of opportunity if I just kind of spin around this column to try and just come to this side? Like still facing him, but just get a little bit closer.
I mean, technically not. I mean, it's how that column's played. I'll say no, just because the column's probably placed badly. The column should have been in the center of something, because then you would have had to move out of that. But I'll say this is fine. The columns are small enough, I guess.
Okay.
To where
I am okay, so I'm just going there, but then I don't know, just doing a swing with the maul.
With the maul, Adam. Okay, swing your maul twice.
This time reckless.
Okay. That hits. Roll it one more time. That also hits. Kind of realizing that guns might not be your thing, you roll around this column and take 2 huge swings with your maul, dealing, what is that total of? That's 25, 35, 39 points of damage as you just like completely like tear off like that already tattered skin that it had over its shoulder. It rips off, and you see it's kind of like a metally looking like, but muscle. Like it's definitely metal, but it doesn't look like a deep mop robot. It looks like a humanoid made of metal, or a human made of metal. And it just turns its head to looks at you. It gives another polite nod. So what did I say? Minus 39 points of damage. Yeesh. Okay, that's your turn. Or do you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
No, but your guardians are now swirling around him as well. Felix, it is your turn.
I would like to move past this dude, take an attack with my my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay.
Where is my move button? There you are. Go here. Bam. Is he engaged with
Yes,
Bell?
he is engaged with a horse
So if
and
Maybe I'll hit. I don't know if I'm gonna hit. It's not very likely.
I don't know if you've ever hit anything, so
Not today. I sure haven't. That's not gonna hit.
that's not gonna hit. You come
So I
and
was
you kind of
here.
and that's all that is exactly what it does. It's like you like try to like hamstring as you run by, but it just clinks off this metal skin of its leg.
Okay. So that's 15 feet. I want to move to here. What is this thing? Is that a
That's a
wall?
wall. That's a full wall.
So I'd have to go around it.
Yeah. So and you
So I'm gonna go to here, which would be 30 feet.
30. Yeah, you can get back to that square that you wanted with 40.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm here.
Okay.
Do I know what these are? Like, what are these? Can I tell?
That gold, it is a treasure hoard of sorts. It seems maybe the spoils of the people that failed this trial.
I see. So these are nothing special. Okay, well, I'm gonna hang out here.
You could dig through it if you wanted to see if there's anything special in there, but
I will on my next turn.
Okay.
See what happens.
Fucking looting before we're done. That's totally on brand.
I wouldn't call this looting as much as like I thought that I wasn't sure if these were like treasure boxes, like chests, or if these were like levers or something.
Yeah. So yeah, the red things are the pedestals they are standing on, and the thing in the back there is like a gold hoard. Okay. I should have described that earlier because you could have seen it, but
that's fine. All good. I'm just gonna hang out here.
Anyways, lair action. Actually, at the end of your turn, the Chord's Guardian is going to use one of its legendary actions to inspire the Platinum Guardian. It lets out this, like, beats its chest twice and lets out this bellow. So the Bahamut Guardian has advantage on its next attack.
That's exactly not what I need, but
I meant to do that last time when it was using its fancy move. And then the lair action is going to be a thunderclap. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
My God.
It is not Bell's day. You technically get another, and no one else gets another +3. Jeez, Maurice. Let's see, Steve the horse. How did he do? Steve the horse even passed. Everyone but Fell passed. Fell, you.
It's almost as if this is his trial.
Yes. You are knocked on your ass and are considered prone right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that. Technically, you failed by more than 5 or more, so you're supposed to be moved 15 feet back, but you're already against the wall, so you're good. That brings it to the Chord Guardian, who doesn't have, a ton to do right here, so it looks at you, Christopher, and is going to go toe-to-toe with you. First attack is a 19 plus stuff.
19 minus stuff. Yes.
Okay. And its second attack is only a 7 plus 7, 14.
All right. That's like the first one. But it's got advantage, though, so.
I rolled with advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you take 1d10 plus 6. Oh my lord. You take 8 points of damage. One of those damage being thunder, so it's not reduced. So 7 reduced to half is 3. So you take 4 points of damage.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna shrug that off right there. I'm gonna give it a little sneer there.
A little sneer as it does these two things. However, it is going to use its movement to not leave your threatened zone, but to rotate around to kind of put some level of cover from that pillar between itself and Carrick. But that it is your turn, Carrick.
Oh, I think you're muted. Sorry.
My bad. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, oh no, wrong button. I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to lightning bolt across. I'm going to try to get both these guys in one lightning bolt, and I'm going to sculpt it around Christopher, Horse, and Bell. I should be able to do all three.
Yep, you're good. Because is it your proficient? It's your intelligence modifier or something like that.
Yeah, it's
Anyways.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure 3 is fine. I don't remember if 4 is fine.
3 is fine. It's 3 or 4, I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do that. So lightning bolt is once again a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. Let's see. So the top one gets an 18 plus 1, 19, and the bottom one gets a 5.
Okay, so top one saves, so he'll take half.
Okay.
So 30 for the bottom, and then 15 for the top.
I didn't even see the roll. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so 15, and then the bottom one. Bottom one seems to not totally, but slightly shrug off the lightning damage. Doesn't quite do as much as you thought, although it does take damage.
It does take damage, but less than I thought.
But it seems like it hurts it, but it seems invigorated again. It gives another polite nod. So it is your turn. You're on your butt. Horse can go first.
So, and Steve's character token is so weird. Is he gonna move 20 feet if I move him towards that guy, or not quite?
I'd probably say where he'd actually be would have been this bottom corner, so it would be 20 feet.
Okay. We're gonna
charge again.
Kamikaze 1 HP Steve again.
So dumb.
At that guy. And hit him with our hooves.
Uh, 16 does not hit. It's off by 1 again.
I appreciate you, Steve. You're giving full effort, but
and the guardian just takes his fist and just like punches like open palm, just stops the horse in its tracks. But that is the end of Steve's turn. Your turn. You're laying down.
Yeah. So I should not be laying down. I should get up.
Yep. Half your movement to get up.
Okay. And then yeah, let's voltage light.
Oh,
I'm back. Am I back?
okay, there you go.
I froze
So
for a
you're gonna keep
second.
your razor. It will hit. It will hit Steve. Are you sacrificing Steve?
I'm just gonna hit Christopher too, right? It's like a 60.
Yeah, it will hit everybody.
Oh yeah. So we'll hold off. I'll just hack and slash at this guy.
Okay, make your first attack. As you make this first attack, though, before I see the number, it is going to use its Platinum Flash to impose disadvantage, which it didn't need to. We'll say that that's why it happened. A blinding light flashed out of its face, imposing disadvantage, but didn't matter. So go ahead and make your next attack. 23 hits. You did it. Finally did it. Yeah, and you come down like on the backswing, kind of shrugging off the blinding light and come across its chest, and it takes that damage.
Okay, and I'll do a Divine Smite too.
Okay, pump in that damage.
Starting second level. And I will do it with a level 2 spell. So 2. What is it? 2?
3d8.
Yeah, 3d8. So I'll just roll it this way.
Another 13. Dang, good damage rolls. Another 13. This thing, like it seems like very well protected and that and shelled up and obviously immune to things, but it definitely looks like it's not the like as sturdy as this other giant one. And it's looking like after those few hits, looking pretty rough from the amount of things that it's taken. So, which brings it to its turn. So, knowing its friend, though, and having fought with them, it is going to wrap around the back of you, and it is going to make... Hold on, I need to check something real quick. It's going to make attacks on you, but... Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Okay. Yeah, it is going to try to take its shield and just bash it into you as hard as it can. First, it'll make an attack roll on you, which is a 15 plus 6, 21. Contested athletics check. Make a roll an athletics check.
You said a 21? Sorry.
Yeah, 21 to hit.
Yeah, 20 is my class, so.
Yeah.
And what was it? Damage wise?
Make an athletics check.
Athletics. Just athletics check. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Or acrobatics if you want.
Uh, 21.
Okay. It will go against that, which it has a +4. That's a 7. So this first one doesn't attack or doesn't make it. It's going to try to hit you with its shield again. That is an 18 plus 6. So hits. Now make another athletics check to hold your ground. 19. That's a 6 plus 4, 10. So it tries 2 times to knock you to the ground. However, you're able to stand. It does reach out and point its mace towards the other guardian, healing it for 7 points of healing to this guy. And that brings it to Christopher's turn.
Oh, sorry. Did Zal take damage or no?
No, he didn't take any damage. The Platinum Guardian thing was trying to
Oh, so it didn't. Okay, cool. I was ready to reduce the damage, and I didn't.
oh shoot, I should have done that. Your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing.
Okay.
Recklessly.
That's a hit. And that's a hit. That's 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 points of damage again. Christopher just doing what he does best. This thing's starting to show some wear and tear. Still just fine, but definitely starting to hurt. Next up is Felix.
Can we be straight up and just, is there anything in here that would be useful in this battle at all? Like if I have to, I'll make an investigation check, but I'd rather not waste my turn doing that if there's absolutely nothing that would like be helpful. You don't have to tell me anything that's in there, but if there's something that would be useful, that would be it's my turn.
For you, there would be one thing useful, but it's on a random table. I'd say like your chances of it would be very low.
Okay, then I am just gonna run up and attack this dude with my dagger.
With your dagger.
Let's see what happens. Because
you gotta beat a 20, man.
I don't have anything good. Like I could actually
give you a coin. Yeah.
I do have the coin. I'd have to go get it.
Like you are built. Like, do you have anything that it would make him make a saving throw of sorts?
Yeah, but that like this guy's probably strong, so that's not gonna really do much.
Not built for combat.
No, surely I'm not, and I don't think. I am gonna cast. Well, actually, yeah, I'm just gonna attack it. Fuck it.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh my lord!
17.
You jab this thing up like one of the plates that was dented out from Bell's head. You just jab the dagger up into it. And it takes 17 points of damage. Can't really complain too much about that.
And then I am going to move away.
This thing like almost immediately like starts to stumble.
I'm teeing it up for Bell too.
Yeah.
Right.
Next up is the lair action. I need everybody to make a dexterity. Nope. Yep, make a dexterity saving throw.
Can I see this? I assume not.
I would say this. If you can see, you can't see this.
Okay.
People don't normally see a lightning strike happening. Okay. Felix and Christopher take 5 points of damage. Carrick and Thel, you both take 10. As the clouds that had been above that the thunder came down from earlier now kind of in reverse now that I think about it, that the lightning comes down and strikes all of you as it jumps in between. Yep. Okay. Next up is the Cord Guardian. Okay. It is going to try and knock you to the ground, Christopher. So make an athletics check.
Burying it.
With advantage because you're raging.
Good. Oh, well, okay.
Okay, so athletics. This guy has a 15. You are knocked to the ground as it pushes you. Is then going to take its second swing at you with advantage. That is a 10 plus 7.
Yeah.
Which does 9 plus 5 is 14, reduced to 7 slashing damage, and 2 thunder damage as its sword cracks against your shoulder. It's then going to pivot around a bit more to get you in the middle of some cover from that, and it is Carrick's turn.
So, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's not. What you doing, Carrick?
Seems like there's no good way for me to hit them both at the same time, unfortunately. So I think I'm just gonna use a fireball. I'm just gonna use it directly on the one close to me. And I'm gonna cast it as a level 4.
Okay.
So that's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you only got one more damage from that higher up cast.
That's so dumb.
Okay.
Right. What was the? Did he succeed or fail on the dexterity?
Let's see. So he has a, what did we say? -1 to this, and needs a 16. So 17 or higher. That's an 11, 10. So he takes the full amount of fire damage. What? You'd probably have to sculpt that. Sorry, around. Yeah. You're fine.
Yeah. Around the horse and around Christopher.
And probably Felix as well. But doesn't matter. You have 3.
Yeah,
anyway.
I could either way. Yeah.
So after your turn and looking down at Christopher, are you going to move anymore or do anything else?
No.
Okay. Looking down at Christopher, it's going to take its sword, spin it around, and make an attack roll on you. That's a 15 plus 7. And technically it has advantage because you went reckless.
It's doing it on me?
No, it's doing it on Christopher, sorry. So, but that's what? 22 to hit. Assume it hits you. You take 3 plus 5, 8, reduced to 4 slashing damage, and then 1 point of thunder damage. And you are impaled as he drives his sword through your shoulder to the ground. While you are impaled, you are considered grappled and restrained, and you can make a DC 16 athletics check to escape the sword that has impaled you to the ground.
Yeah.
So, while you are restrained, you have all attacks against you have advantage. All attacks you take are at disadvantage. And you are laying on the ground. Phil, your turn.
Okay, then.
That's what I was trying to set up for you with the other guy trying to shove you. Because that legendary action is run and impale, which you can move 25 feet and try to impale someone to the ground. But
again, unclear with Steve's token. Is he able to run by me at this guy, or
that's gonna be he'd be moving through you. You'd have to make a dexterity save not to be hit. I mean, he could back up and charge the other one.
I was gonna say he has a lot of movement, so we could do
But
that.
it'll take an opportunity attack.
Oh, Steve.
Oh, Steve.
I mean, yeah, I'm playing with house money. He has 1 health this whole time. He's somehow still alive. So yeah, I'll try and move him back.
Okay. The guy rolled a natural 1 to hit.
All right, Steve is the luckiest damn horse alive.
Steve is MVP of the entire place.
And
Steve knows how important this is to you.
I back him up and then charge at him again. Oh, I think I closed it. Hold on.
Roll an attack. Gotta be a 17.
Come on, hooves. That's not gonna do it.
Nope.
Actually, that was closer than I thought it was gonna be. But
that's funny. Okay, Steve.
Maybe he'll knock one of these guys over. Maybe.
Steve survived. Okay, your turn.
So I will stand up. Or no, I was knocked down by the lightning, right? Or was that just damage?
No, that was just damage. You're good.
Well, either way, I'm gonna do the same thing. So
knock you down.
I will swing it, Mr. Platinum Man.
Barely. Actually, he will once again use his reaction to do a blinding or a platinum flash at you. So you have disadvantage. So try again. Shoot. So 18 points of damage on that first strike. Which actually, that flash happens and kind of, your own power Bahamut, the flash happens and it honestly, like the flash takes away the periphery but not the center of your vision, as you're able to truly focus in, just hone down and chop straight through this thing's shoulder, and it cleaving it up, and when it stops, locks up and takes a knee. Takes a knee, bows its head, and it is stopped moving.
Okay. I think what else I can do here.
Oh shoot. Yeah, you can essentially rush the.
Yeah, I'll move
towards
this
the
way.
guy, or
I'll move this way, but that's all I can do.
is that as much movement as you have?
30, yeah.
Okay, that was 30. Okay, you're good. The Bahamut Guardian, after taking a knee, stands up and returns to its pedestal and sits back down with its head down on that pedestal. Okay. And that brings it to Christopher. Your turn. You are impaled on the ground.
How does Iron Stone work? Is that an action?
How does what?
My tiara.
Oh, your little Iron Stone. That would be an action to cast.
Okay. And then how does like getting unimpaled work?
It would cost an action.
I'm just gonna shoot from down. Yeah.
What spell is in it right now?
Fireball 3.
Okay. Fireball will without a doubt hit every single thing in this room.
I'm gonna try and get the sword out of my shoulder.
Okay. Fireball will definitely hit.
It.
Like I would say, you could angle it in a way that doesn't hit Carrick. That's about
I
it.
do not have spellcasting.
Okay. Yeah, so it is a DC 16 to get out of athletics check to get out of to escape. Yep. You are able to pick up the sword and throw it out, and you are no longer restrained on the ground and can stand up with your movement.
Okay. That was the action? Okay.
That was the action. So you have a bonus action if you want.
Nope.
Yeah, it would hit every single person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you
Well,
just staying there,
if-
Christopher?
If you were
Yeah.
worried about Steve, you can just go for it.
Okay. So the Guardian is going to reach down and pick its sword up because. Oh, I guess it's Felix's turn first.
All right, let's see if I can. I'm gonna just go over the pedestal. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and attack again. See what happens.
Okay, you're gonna roll over and somersault, do a little stab.
Little stabby stab.
Nope.
Oh, I know. And then I'm gonna move over here.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're able to try and go back around, duck around. Let's see. It's going to use, because I keep forgetting to use its legendary actions. It doesn't have its weapon, but it's going to punch you, Christopher, as you stand up. We can make for its one last legendary action before its turn can make an attack on you. That's a 20 to hit. And it does 2 plus 5, 7 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced to 4. And then it's the lair action. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 14. Carrick, sturdy. Fell, not sturdy.
You said 14?
Felix, not sturdy.
Just missed it.
Yeah. Yep. So that brings it to the Cord Guardian's turn, who I'm going to say is tired of having to deal with the. Nope. Actually, I know what it's going to do. It is going to shift here, and it recharged its Thunder Wave, so it will cast.
Does Steve get an attack of opportunity?
Steve would get an attack of opportunity.
Get him, Steve! Ha! Oh.
Steve misses. Steve is a horse trying to fight in a room. He is going to do Thunder Wave, which everyone make a Constitution saving throw. Just looked up Thunder Wave. I guess I said everyone. It should have just been Felix and Christopher.
Good, because I didn't like my roll.
2d8. 6, 7, 8. Felix, you take 8 points of thunder damage. Christopher, you take 4. And that is the end of its turn. Okay. That makes it Carrick, your turn.
Fireball. Level 4.
Level 4 fireball just dropped right in the middle of the group.
Yeah, well, see, and I looked it up. I can sculpt it around 4 people, so I should be solid.
Yeah, so you should be able to put it there to where Steve doesn't die.
Yep.
Okay, roll your damage.
The duality of Steve if he lives through this fight, but also never hit anything.
It does full damage to this guy.
Man.
25. Statistically, upcasting those spells is less useful because it only adds 1d6 than there's other ones. If it targets, if it says when you upcast it targets a second creature, it's just like as far as the gaming of the game goes.
It's not as useful as it may feel like.
Yeah. You feel like, ooh, I'm upcasting to level 6. You're like, oh, that does 3 more d6 damage. It's double the spell, but not double the dice.
Yeah.
Anyways,
25.
Yeah, 25. So it takes that damage and starts to like crack its head. It's looking pretty rough, guys. And by that, I mean it's over bloodied. However, it's going to look down at Felix, laying on the ground, and try to impale you with its legendary action.
Does it take the weapon out of Christopher and then put it in Felix?
It picked it up after Christopher.
Okay.
After Christopher pulled it out, it used its object interaction to do that. Yeah, and it doesn't have disadvantage because you didn't hit it last time, Christopher. So there is that. Because you used your action to pull the sword out, and I think it's only lasts for a round. You can double check me on that, but.
So wait, so I'm not raging anymore? Is that right?
No, you are raging.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Yep.
So that's a 22 to hit, Felix.
Oh yeah.
So you take 1d10 plus 1d6. You take 9, 10, 11 plus 5, 16 points of damage.
But I think I'm still raging though, so I think I can reduce that by 2d6.
Am I able to, sorry, I cut you off there, Chris. Am I able to, what is it?
Uncanny dodge.
Thank you. I'm trying to find it. Like, yeah, can I?
Yeah, you can uncanny dodge, which would reduce it to
8, right?
5, 6, 7. Yeah, so to 8, and then you can roll your 2d6 to do that. Or wait, during your last turn.
You're raging, and another creature you can see within.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if your rage dropped, but I will say it did not drop because you did take damage. Okay. So roll your 2d6.
Who's rolling?
You do.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
0 points of damage. You are, however, impaled on the ground and can't move. But
no damage and impaled.
Yeah. Okay. Belle, your turn.
Steve, we've talked about this. Steve and I are like telepathically in tuned, correct?
Yeah, you can communicate to him telepathically.
All right, I'm gonna do a sequence of events here involving both of us. So the first thing he's gonna do is gonna run back here.
Okay.
So Steve's back there. I roll over here in front the straight line, and I do the voltage lightning at this guy.
Okay.
So DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
That's cocked. That's an 11.
Okay, so then 4d6 lightning damage on a failed save.
Okay.
And then I roll the rest, I roll the rest of the way out of the way, and then I have Steve charge him again.
Okay. Roll Steve's attack. Steve misses. Steve tries again, but he misses. As is, but that ends your turn, and that was what 17 damage.
Yep, yeah, so 17 damage. 17 lightning damage, which I think is less on this guy.
Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. He's going to use his legendary action to punch Christopher in the face again. It does a 14 hit.
No.
Okay, so he misses with his punch. That brings it to your turn, Christopher.
Reckless attack.
Oh. Hit. Hit.
How's he looking?
What?
How's he looking? Is he still up?
Let's see. How much damage did you just do? You just did 29, 30, 34, 36, 38. He's looking quite bad.
All right, Orcish Fury, another hit.
Okay. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't think Christopher liked being impaled. Christopher gets up and then just fucking wails on him with a maul.
Okay.
I think it's just damage, though. Not. I don't think I get another attack. It's just damage again. So I don't know if I get that.
Wait. Read Orcish Fury.
Orcish Fury. Where is that?
Because you have Orcish
With an
Fury.
attack using a simpler martial, you can roll one of the weapon's damage dice an additional time.
Okay, so that's different. That is Savage Attack, and then you have Orcish Fury, which allows you to attack one more time.
Oh, so that's what I want.
So Savage Attack automatically is calculated into this.
Okay. Oh, so that's what I wanted.
That's what that. So if you highlight the 9, that's what the +3 on that 9 is. So, anyways, or no, that's not. It's calculated in here automatically, but
okay. Whatever. Yeah.
Anyways, that's 20, 29, 30, 31 damage. Is that math right?
Yep.
It had 30 HP left.
Yeah.
So how do you defeat this thing?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, you bring it over and you just crunch its head in. Its head just goes from this like tall, like has like a Skyrim Nordic helmet thing in, and it's just now concave on the top. and it immediately kneels down and looks at you, gives you a polite nod, then immediately stands up and walks back to its pedestal and sits back down. And then the door to the south opens up. Congratulations. You defeated the Forge Guardians. They should not have been split up like they were, in retrospect. Well, I feel like I did a lot of damage.
I'm
Didn't even kill a horse.
I'm not comfortable.
But yeah, so you are now alone in the room. A door to the south opened. Felix, you know for a fact there's a good amount of loot to the north. So you guys can start collecting that. And yeah, what do you want to do?
I will do the thing that I am good at, which is collecting loot.
Hey, you got one good hit in there. You did 17 damage. So wait,
Yes.
So Christopher in that last round of attacks did 31 plus 23 is 55 or 54 plus another
15.
6 plus another 15, so 69 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a nice even number.
69 points of damage in one turn is pretty dang good. Without any magic.
Fire
That's the best part. No magic.
I was
yeah,
wondering
so you guys
what
can
happened
start
if
going to the loot.
Yeah, let's see what the loot is.
Okay, someone roll a d20. Felix, roll the d20 for us. You said you're the one that's good at doing loot.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm not putting my words.
Okay.
I guess it sounds like it's random, so it's like, we'll see
Yeah.
what it's...
No, okay, so here you guys go. So collecting this over the next, we'll say you take probably 45 minutes to rest up. We'll consider this a short rest if people want to heal up, because you're just kind of going through loot. You find 600 copper pieces, 7,000 silver pieces, and these are in there is just loose gold, but these are mostly in chests.
How much silver? 2,000?
7,000.
7,000. 7,000. And how much copper?
600.
600. Okay, I thought I heard that right. Just make sure I'm writing this in my notes to put
Yep.
into our spreadsheet.
2,600 gold pieces. And 120 platinum pieces.
Oh yeah.
Which that equals out to 700. What's that? 3,000, 3,800. 4,500 goldish, something in there.
Are we splitting that up equally right now, or just putting it in the party and figuring it out later?
Yeah, we'll split it all equally. I'll let you know here in a second.
Okay. You also find, beyond just a bunch of trinkets and stuff, one pair of you see some weapons in there that are kind of rusted in that. One pair of these finely made leather boots that kind of have almost char marks on the bottom of them, but very well made, very sturdy. Don't look like they've taken any damage from the ravages of time.
$11.25 gold each, Christopher says. Carrick says, sorry. C names, same, but different.
It's all C names. What is that? 1125 times
4.
for, well, it's 4,500. Isn't that like what I said? I think that's what I said.
That's what
If you
said.
want it, if you want it in denominations.
Yes. Oh, and you get 150 copper.
I'm gonna tip them with the copper.
Guess yeah, we should put it in our inventory based on the denominations that it came in as.
Yeah. That's kind of nice that it equals out to like round numbers.
Yeah.
Considering that I
nice.
rolled all of that to begin with. Yeah, so to the south there is still this door with a small hallway into it. And so remembering the plaque on the outside, you have gotten your materials, picked the blooms, defeated the guardians, and now all that's left is feeding the forge and inscribing your strength. I think that's it. Yep. So.
I'm cook, Christopher.
Okay. I know some people were already doing hit dice, but how's everybody doing on health? Good, bad?
I'm good now.
I just did some hit dice, so I'm not terrible now.
Okay, I'll hold my prayer of healing for now. I will touch myself.
Yes, touch yourself.
All right, I will walk through the doors to the south.
Okay. Inside, on the side of it, each door, giant double door, is once again the symbol of the Platinum Dragon. Hord's symbol, the lightning bolt around a wooden shield. And as you open it, you can see this really, really cool looking forge thing. Never mind my drawing.
I was gonna say this yellow circle.
Cool.
This yellow circle is enamoring.
Yes. Oh, I actually had flavor for this. As the Guardians accept defeat, they return to their stools. The Platinum one motions to a chamber behind as stone walls open. The other motions forward in a voice only Fel here says, "Your strength is proven. Now tell me where it comes from. It can be from friends, family, ambition, or even your own body. But your strength comes from somewhere. Inscribe it and let it be known." And the doors open to a simple smith room. So yes, so this hallway actually had like smithing tools in it, like clamps and chisels and things like that. And then in the center of the room, you see a giant box, a drawer popped open in the middle. The box is about a 10-inch by 10-inch drawer. 40, something got erased. A 10-inch drawer of solid iron. A tray sits below the drawer with an iron hammer and chisel. As you enter, you remember the instructions. Feed the forge, inscribe your strength. At this point, the gauntlets that had been kind of dormant again start shaking on your hands. So, what do you do?
I
got these plants. You want these?
We got what?
I got some hot plants.
Some hot plants.
Take
Okay.
these. Careful. They're hot.
Yeah, so I mean, I have the metal pieces from before. Is there someplace obvious I should place them?
Yeah, there's obvious like 10-inch by 10-inch drawer to place those things.
Okay, so I put all of our hunks of metal in there.
Yep, you close the drawer. If you close the drawer, it kind of like latches in, and then it's still just a dormant forge with kind of like this chute on top of it.
And then is the hammer? The hammer was in the drawer, or is the hammer?
Just underneath there's a little platform with a hammer and a chisel. But the forge is not lit at this point.
Okay, so I need to chisel my strength.
Yes. However, you do not have anything to chisel on because the forge has not been lit and your metal just went in through a drawer. Anyone can help in this situation.
I want to put these plants in the forge.
Yes, there is
I'm just gonna make a pizza or something. I'm just starting to cook like this. I confuse this as an oven.
He just like sees open flame as like stove.
So yes, there's this other area on top that you can place those blooms that he got in. There, you have 4 of them. How many have you put in?
Start with one.
It kind of is like, like you see a small like flare of heat inside of it.
Okay, another.
Small. Now it's like a continual flame that you see.
All right, 2 more.
Okay, all 4 of them go into, and a burst of flame erupts out the center, like hitting this disc at the top that causes these like things that were pointing down to all of a sudden shoot electricity into this small crucible type device that starts whirring and spinning, and all this stuff happens like Willy Wonka style, and then 2 platinum bands pop out of like the drawer opens up and it has 2 platinum bands that have been forged down from the materials that you put in. What do?
I grab the bands.
Yep.
And bands like I don't know what I'm imagining, like bracers. Are they like wrist things? Are they like?
It'd be like just a straight metal band about like probably that thick. That
Gotcha.
That you could probably think like could be put onto any piece of equipment.
Okay.
So, what do you inscribe on these bands?
Yeah. So I have 2. So I will inscribe on each band. The first band I will inscribe family, which is still deeply driving for Thel, the family that he lost, that he couldn't save, that he doesn't know if any are alive or dead, but knows most of them are lost for sure. And then on the other, he has to contemplate. He thinks, what else does he's his motivating force? What is the reason that he continues to drive forward? And ultimately, he inscribes friends, because this band that he has become a part of has gone long and far and wide, and some of the reasons he thought he was continuing to fight the good fight and those things, while they still are important to him, is probably not his main motivation. So,
okay, you inscribe that, and then those as you finish, kind of chiseling it in, and make a. No, I'm not gonna make you roll for this. It comes out good. Comes out obviously your handwriting. You're by no means the master forge, but it looks good. It looks like something you created, not something that fancy script or anything like that. It looks definitively Thel. And where do you place these bands? As your gauntlets are shivering at this point.
Yeah. Just straight metal. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not sure where I should put them.
There's a really good spot for them around the middle of your gauntlets.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I'll wrap them yeah.
No,
however
I
they
don't
go,
want to
straight or bend it, or put them there. I was thinking, like I said, wrapping them around.
Close, they almost immediately, like electricity from the gauntlets, like heats it and wraps it around the edges of the gauntlets. And now you have friends and family just around your wrists, and immediately those gauntlets feel removable now, but immediately clamp back down or tight. And you now have a strength of 22. And
not 22.
And as you feel kind of this like new like humming electricity It's like begging for them to be hit against each other.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna punch my fists together, Hulk
You
style.
punch your fists together and you immediately double in size, casting the enlarge spell on yourself.
All right.
And while enlarged, you have advantage on strength checks, and all attacks deal an extra 1d4 damage.
Nice.
I mean, if you can like reach up higher too, like it's the mechanics.
I mean, he's 12 feet tall now.
Mhm.
I think there's other things that the enlarge spell does, but those are the two that I can remember.
And is it like I could do it once a day, or?
Yeah, then that's a once. I'll have to look up the item later. Because technically I modified it, because if I gave you the real version of these gloves, it's too powerful. So, yeah. So you have that, and that is your reward for finishing a quest that we started 2.5 years ago. Yeah. So after that, the everything goes completely shuts down again. Lights are still on, but there's another door that opens up here, and then a door that you hadn't seen before that opens up to the main foyer, where the that wall of force is gone now. But you guys can get to the end of the forge again, and you see an exit out to the Rhine Plains, back to where you notice as the entrance of the maze that you went through. Yeah. Did someone write down that you got those cool boots?
We don't know anything about them
Just
other
for-
than that they're cool.
Yeah, just that they're good boots.
Pristine and cool.
Yeah. And generally, what you guys would know, that if something is pristine like that, it's probably magical. So, identification can happen later.
Just put it in the wondrous items. Cool,
Yeah.
sweet,
Sweet
pristine.
boots.
Okay.
I'll just give you the name.
Dope
You don't know what they do right now. They're called the Storm Rider boots.
I'm gonna put that in parentheses. That's not the important part.
More importantly, they are cool and pristine.
Cool, sweet, pristine, dope boots.
All right.
Okay. Other than that,
I got to run. So.
Yeah. I will say, you guys all leveled up to level 9.